In the early 1990s, the Black Uhlans Motorcycle Club were a well-organised outlaw bikie gang with a successful drug manufacture and supply operation, principally dealing in speed. They leased premises in Sydney, but eventually decided to buy those premises. They had a club member, Alan Reardon, obtain the loan and make the purchase, but all of the deposit money and all of the fees and then all of the payments on the loan were made by the Black Uhlans. Reardon was just a frontman. Presumably the idea was to hide the fact that the club owned the premises. In 1993, however, Reardon was arrested and he eventually pleaded guilty to drug manufacture and trafficking charges. New South Wales had legislation called the Drug Trafficking Civil Proceedings Act, which allowed the authorities to make an application for the assets of a drug offender to be seized if they were assets obtained through the offending. An application was made in relation to the club's premises because they were in Reardon's name and appeared to be his assets. The club argued that Reardon actually held the title on trust for the Black Uhlans, so the property actually belonged to them and could not be forfeited. The formal requirements for an express trust were not met, but the club argued that there was a resulting trust. Justice Campbell explained that a presumption of resulting trust arises where one person provides the purchase price of property which is conveyed into the name of another person. Now this is just a presumption, so Justice Campbell went on. In deciding whether a presumption of resulting trust had been rebutted, it would be necessary for the court to take into account evidence going to the intention of the provider of the money. The sort of conduct which could possibly be taken into account in this way would include who took occupation and control of the property, who made improvements to it and in what circumstances, who paid periodical outgoings on the property, who received any rent from the property, and who paid income tax on any rent received from the property. Considering those factors, the judge found that there was a resulting trust, but only for the proportion of the building's value that had been provided by the club. The rest of the value, basically the amount of the loan, belonged to Reardon and was forfeited to the state.